We are here today. This is going to be episode part 3 of the Pop Culture Cafe. But today is a very, very special episode. I want people to sit in front of this monitor or their phones or any device that they have, because I don't want anything that we say to be misunderstood in any way.
All right, parental discretion is advised. So, many of you know I've been wanting filmmaking since I was a kid. Writing scripts, writing stories, ever since I was a kid. Personal thing, life happens, personal things happen here and there. You know what? I got in a spot where I'm good with my life, and I'm like, I'm going to try this filmmaking dream. So, I do some research, and I do little things here and there with my camera. And I go to this place called Dreamcatcher Productions. That's right, I dropped a name. And the guy that I talked to, we know who he is, basically acted like he was too good to even talk to me. And then he was trying to spout off stuff. Like, every time I asked a question, he went around the question, like, didn't even answer it. And he's like, well, and then I asked him, like, what kind of film equipment? And he's like, well, this is a home video camera. I was like, I can see that. Basically treating me like he was better than me. Which
like you were some kind of Johnny-come-lately jabroni, right?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Jabroni's too good of a name. Let's call him a clown.
Oh, right, exactly. Right. Jamoke.
Yeah. So then he says, well, audio is 50% of your movie. No kidding, moron. It's
my God, really?
Where did you go to school at? Yeah. So then I leave, and then I was like, you know what? I'm starting to learn more about filmmaking, the editing, and this and that. Then I wrote a script called Blind Faith.
Oh, right, right. Blind Faith, right.
And I got a hold of some people, and I was like, okay, you're an actual band. Would you like to be a part of this? A couple people said, yeah, we're doing this and that, blah, 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 or message you. Then they say, well, that's not going to fit our bill, or we don't got time to do that. Whatever. Life happens. So then I turn around, they do a movie for this clown.
What the hell was that shit called?
I think Death to Metal.
Death to Metal.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we can sit on a toilet and come up with a better name.
Goddamn right. Shit.
And I know a lot of the people are going to be pissed because I said that. Oh, well, whatever. So, turns out that they're part of this movie. Months before, I asked if they would be a part of mine, and they said, oh, we can't do that. It doesn't fit our bill. We don't got schedule time, blah, 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 blah.
And you were willing to pay them,
I was willing to pay them. Mm-hmm. I was actually willing to pay them $200 a piece. That's some serious cheddar. But it's like...
Some serious cheddar for spending a couple of hours acting in front of the camera.
And it's like, okay. Those people, I'm not bitter at them. I'm not. It's like, you're shady. Go fuck yourself. So now, fast forward, I got pissed off. I found a band. I found a singer, Emily Mae Webb, who did scenes for, great actress. I love Emily. And, they fall out of the thing because, she's having nightmares or what. I don't know. I can't prove it. Don't know. It's water under the bridge. Like I said, Emily, if I were to see her, I'd shake her hand and be like, hey, how you doing? You're a great person.
Right.
You're awesome. Fast forward a couple years, or actually fast forward maybe about a year or so, and I filmed the intro to Blind Faith. At that time, I had a different name for it. So I was at the Griffin meeting, Great River Film Initiative, and Susie Wright, she was very good to me. Yeah, I got the attention from a guy named John Swift. John Swift is an awesome guy. I love John Swift.
Okay.
Anybody that messes with him, I would seriously jump in front of and be like, hey, you ain't messing with him. He's a great guy. And he had convinced me, he's like, come to the Griffin meeting. So I'm like, okay. So I come to the Griffin meeting, and he says, and then sit there, and I explain to Susie what I wanted, and John's like, okay, I want you to, he's like, you just said you filmed the intro. And I was like, yeah. He's like, bring that in. He's like, I want to show that person on the big screen. This is that mind frame. And I'm like,
right.
Holy fuck. Something I shot's going to be on the big screen.
Right. Yeah, they actually, what they actually did, I used to attend those meetings too, and I ended up letting them, like right after I got back from Chicago, I was attending the Harold Ramis Film School, which is now called the Second City Film School. I was actually, they actually asked me to bring in my trailer that I shot, called Blair and Tara's Journey. And I shot that trailer with a couple of buddies of mine in Chicago at the time. And they asked me to show it. And people still remember it because when we were at, I believe, the Winter Film Series, checking out that whole thing on the brewing company, you know, the lady and the brewing company and stuff, the Black Brewing Company. I was asked about that because she said she remembered it, one of the ladies there. But go on, man. I'm so sorry, man.
Oh, no apology needed, bro. So then I sit there and I'm like, holy fuck, my heart's racing that morning. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, something I shot's gonna be on the big screen.
That's right.
I got people messaging me like, dude, I'm sweating like a pig, you know? I'm actually nervous about this. And Steve Thornton, Susie told me that he critiques a lot and he'll say, you know, I'm like, okay. So they show my intro. I'm so excited. And it's like it was like slow motion, then they showed it. And then I was so happy, then all of a sudden I hear on the right side these two females laughing. Fuck you. Okay? You know what? Fuck this. I'm taking my shades off. To those chicks, like I know whose one name is. The other one I don't. You can go fuck yourself. Okay? You couldn't create that if you fucking depended on it. So I showed it. These two chicks going like high school laughing. Okay? They're, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden the intro ends.
Okay.
And then people are like, dude, that was really good. That was really good. Susie's like, that was amazing. She's like, and then Steve says, I'd like to say something. Then everybody turns around. I'm waiting for Steve to rip me to shreds. Like, I'm literally waiting for Steve to be like, he said, and there's a part where there's a tree, and the devil walks and she evaporates.
Right.
Or she walks past it. Steve's like, I just want to see her disappear into the tree. So we're all sitting there waiting. And he's like, that's it. And I'm like, holy shit. And these two chicks are still laughing. It's like, and by the time the meeting goes up, my fists were clenched like this. Like I was so pissed. Man. I was so furious.
Oh man.
And then I felt this. Susie Wright come up to me. I turned. There was Susie. She's like, Clint, that was really good. And like I said, Susie, she looked like she recognized me at the Winter Film Series, but she looked like she didn't. It was one of them, I recognize you, but I can't put my finger on where.
Right.
She's a wonderful lady. She really is.
I love Susie. Susie was the one that said she remembered the trailer that I shot.
And the powers that be behind the scenes with her. I mean, I don't know that whole story, but.
Yeah, I don't either, but.
Susie was always very good. And she's like.
Steve was always very good, too.
Yeah, and Steve was actually pretty awesome about it. I'm like, holy shit, he only said one thing about it. I'm like I was waiting for him to rip me to shreds pretty much, like, hey, you know. But Susie's like, Clint, that was very good. She's like, I hope that everybody's positivity inspires you to keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, thank you. And I sat out there, and I'm still pissed. My fists are clenched. I'm still just gritting my teeth. I'm pissed. Like something I put so much time and work in, people are fucking laughing about.
Yep.
Two people. So I got one, and I waited for John, and I was like, John, I'm done. I'm throwing the towel. I'm done with these meetings. John comes out, and about 10 minutes. John comes out. He's like, hey, and I'm like, can I talk to you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm not attending these meetings again. He's like, why? And I'm like, I show my trailer, and those two are fucking laughing on the side. He looks at me, shakes his head. He's like, yeah, I know. Everybody has problems with them. Nobody likes those two either, because they're just they're crew members.
Yeah.
So I was like, John, you know, much love and respect, dude. You know, and for some reason, I don't know if he deleted his Facebook, whatnot. I tried to look for him the other day, and his thing is just totally gone. I don't know what happened, but he was always good to me. Susie was always good to me. Steve was awesome. Even though they don't, like, those two don't remember me, like, but that, you know, it's like, you know what? And then, as the popular expression goes, life happens.
Right.
I had a lot of personal issues go down with me. Things happened. And you know what? I fell out of it, and then that one day at Quick Star, I was pumping gas. People have asked me, like, did you meet him from so-and-so threw a great... I'm like, no, at a gas station. They're like, what? You met at a gas station? I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
That's the story of the brotherhood right here. How
That's
it started.
right. That's how it started, man.
And I'm like, and I go, we met at that gas station for a reason. There was a reason.
Yep.
But, and I'm going to try to wrap this up in retrospect. I look at the Griffin meetings. There's some good people there.
Oh, yeah. Don't get it twisted.
No,
yeah,
and
they are.
We're not bitter.
Nope.
We are not. It's like I'm just sick and tired of seeing people that are part of the popular clique in Dubuque, them grasp onto his balls and his back and be like, "Oh, hey, it's popular, so we're gonna join it and we're gonna be a part of it." Fuck that. Man. It's like what we got here is originality. It's like, for God's sake, a mutilated priest. And coming back from that's been done like what? How many different times?
What? Probably over 100 billion fucking times.
It's been done to death. And it's like, you know what? I'm not, especially to those two that were laughing. Like I said, in respect to Susie, I'm not gonna, because Susie knows her and Steve knows her. I'm not gonna drop her name. Her initials are TB.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking. We talked about her.
Yep.
Her and her little fucking friend that doesn't even look like she's fucking over 3 foot, and she looks like she's what, maybe 12 at the most. You don't even like. Cause to be honest with you, TB and her little friend, you guys are not. When all this is said and done, you're not even going to be a memory. Hell, Dreamcatcher, you're not even going to be a memory.
Oh shit!
It's when this is built, when this dynasty's ruled.
Yep.
You're going to be. They're going to be like, who? What productions? Dragon Whip is where it's going to be.
That's right.
Flat out.
That's right, man.
And wrapped up. Finish up my little axe to grind here. Those that didn't believe in me, those that took me as a joke, see those? Fuck you, cocksucker. We're fucking tailor-made, motherfucker. You got some fucking problems? You want to fucking laugh at us, you cocksmokes? Fuck you all. I told you I wasn't gonna be cool. We talked all week.
Yep.
And I wasn't gonna be nice about it. I respect the people in the Griffin, but you know what? Those that doubt me, go fuck yourself. And you know what? To the rest that said, oh, we're behind you, then, oh, we can't do this, but you do somebody else's movie, kiss my ass.
Yeah. Hey, Clint, what did they say, bruh? What did they say? We got your back?
Yep.
Yeah, way back.
Yep. Motherfuckers. Well, the floor is yours, man. I'm ready to walk out and fucking scream, but the floor is yours, my brother.
You know what? I've been all week. Okay. All week. I have been trying, since we came up with this, to do an episode on this. I've basically been trying my best to kind of put some dialogue together to really, really explain to people out there that may be watching this my dismay.
Like I said, man, I went full on CM Punk, so unscripted all the way, brother. All unscripted.
See, what's about to happen is that the so-called outsiders of Dubuque, which is Clint and myself, especially in the realm of film and entertainment in this town, I'm going to try to be as slow and as deliberate so even you people out there and stuff, not the people that's watching, because we respect the fans.
Yeah.
But the ones, the so-called powers that be, that may be watching this, that are behind what we call, what's it called?
I can't remember the name. Julian
Dubuque, you know what? I don't give a damn if you're thinking, oh, well, it's easy. It's easy to go out and, kind of get your camera and point and shoot. Oh, well, sound is half of your fucking movie. Hey, jerk off. He got that. I get that. You want to know how many years that I've spent doing this? And then you have a film that you had worked on that has won awards the worldwide. And then you put it into a festival in the town that you live in and have them say, with a generalized email, I might add.
I'd still like to see what the reason was. It's like, I just want to see what the reason, because if they didn't accept discarded, I know they wouldn't accept mine, because mine is, well, very violent, so I'll throw that out there now, but.
Okay, so, I don't even know why. Now, I got some ideas, and people that are close to me, I've put those ideas out there. And today I thought very highly and considered it of fucking name dropping. Okay? But you know what? Unfortunately for you motherfuckers that I'm going to make references to, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not going to give you motherfuckers any more power. Or any more time. This will be the only time that you motherfuckers are going to be highlighted. Because after this, we're not going to discuss you motherfuckers ever again. We're just going to go on and become as huge as we know we can be. And I want you people to really understand that we are not out here screaming sour grapes. We're not out here like a couple of fucking losers and shit like that, living on, what we used to do, or, well, I guess they didn't give us opportunities, so, fuck you and your opportunities. You know what? The legendary Bruce Lee said it best. To hell with circumstances, you create your own opportunities. And that's why I started Dragon Whip Entertainment through the fucking pandemic.
Yep.
Mind you.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, God.
I fucking started this during the fucking pandemic.
Which will be the only time that the pandemic really is mentioned.
That's right. We're not mentioning it anymore after this. So I just wanted to give you an idea. Okay, so I make the company LLC. I win with discarded the first cut of it. And that wasn't even the best one. I cut this movie for 5 weeks and said, you know what? I don't want any excuses. I don't want any excuses why this film would not be picked at the JDIFF. Let me just clear it up for you. I actually got picked for the Chicago Indie Film Awards. Got the mural to prove it. Got murals all over my wall. Got fucking trophies everywhere. And I live in a fairly small place, so I can't even get any more trophies in my house. I can't even get any more trophies. This movie has won everywhere. And you know what? From everything, from bell to bell, all over Facebook, all over Instagram, I have posted how many places abroad that got the story. And like I said, that was the old video. At that time, that video was 2 years old. So I decide, and I tell my lady friend Mary, I said, I need to cut discarded. She said, why? I said, because I don't want any excuses on why this movie would not get picked. And I'll even go on the line here. Best acting, Best direction. I play a dual role for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't even do that.
No, a lot of people won't do it.
Like they're afraid of it takes too much time. Whatever. It's just shit like that. I mean, it was, how you did that was fucking amazing,
Dude, I shot this movie alone. It was originally supposed to be a 3-minute microfilm. The first version, it was 19 minutes and 20 seconds. This version went 24 minutes and maybe 30 seconds or some stuff like that. Okay? But see, here's the thing. Initially, when I entered this thing in the JDIFF.
The circus.
Yeah, okay, yep. The circus. Now, I'm going to take my glasses off here because I want each and every person to look into my eyes when I tell you this, and I want it to really, really tick. Okay? So, I decide I'm going to put this into the film festival. Here, in good old Dubuque. Okay? I decide I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put it in here. Hey, if I get in and win at home, good for business. I had always said that. Am I right?
Correct.
It'll be good for business. So we attend what was that last weekend's
that gala? Can we forget about that? God. Dude, it's like how many hours were we there? Like
we were there for 3 hours.
3 hours of my life I will never get back, mind you.
Neither one of us will never ever get that time back. You want to know what we seen when we were there at this gala?
Oh, man.
So I want each and every one of you to really, really get close to your phones or your computer monitors and stuff so this can really, really tick. Get in there in your head. Here's what we seen. We seen 3 trailers. Okay? Now, I'm not exaggerating. I'm just really trying to give you guys a visual of what we seen.
About the dude from Chicago, too. That was all.
Oh, God. Let's not get to him yet.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, no. We're going to get to him in a minute.
Oh.
We're going to get to him in a minute. Here's what happened. We sat through 1, 2, 3 trailers that were all movies that had to do something with slavery or the Civil War or back to slavery again.
The heist movie.
Oh, yeah. So we get a heist movie and we get a movie about human drug trafficking.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking at it like these were the movies. Now, okay, the conversation that you and I had at the table the conversation went something like this. You said, man, is this their best?
I remember those words that came out of my mouth.
Yeah, you're like, what is this their best?
Yeah, because I was so excited to go to it, and I'm like, what?
Okay, now that we're on that subject, I just want to go on record and saying I apologize. I apologize to you for even taking you to that thing, even getting you to go. Because you know what? This shit was $100 a ticket.
Yep. No apologies needed, man. We got this.
$100 a ticket. All right? $100 a ticket. And we're sitting there and we're seeing these trailers. We're seeing these trailers. And then the announcers are up there. And you know what? This is not going to be a dig at either one of them because, look, the presentation, the whole format.
And they're in the business.
Right, they're in the business. And you know what? It's nobody's fault. But trust me, I was ready to leave after an hour because it was literally putting me to fucking sleep. Okay? So, we're sitting there and we're giving it a chance. We're giving it a chance. We're waiting for something. We're waiting for a movie or maybe 2 or 3 of them that would be so outstanding. It's like, man, we gotta see this. This is gonna make us work harder as filmmakers.
It's gonna inspire us and
right.
Just...
You want to know what, people? I never seen one.
Not a single one.
I never seen one. So now, a lady comes over and she sits next to us. She says, right.
Sweet old lady. Yeah, she was.
Sweet lady. She happens to be the manager, or she's over the thing somehow.
Team.
Right. She's over the team of judges. Now, that day, her team of 5 or whatever had just watched every movie, and she said they're done with the judging. They're done. I told her that I put a film in there 3 or 4 weeks ago. And it is, and it's a movie on narcissistic personality disorder.
Yep.
Okay? I thought that the subject matter should be out there for people to see. We've all dealt with people like that, that think that they're above and better than everybody else and was spoiled as kids and came, and when they came up, they became spoiled adults and they turned into these self-absorbed people that feel like their shit don't stink.
Yeah.
Okay? So I wanted to make a movie on it. Now, have I dealt with people like this now without getting really personal? Hell motherfucking yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think everybody has, because it's like, you see people like that, and, even like, even through marriages, people like, wives or husbands, I'm above everybody. I had a scenario the other day. A guy was in a fucking suit, and I'm not going to say what it was, but I was at the courthouse paying a fine, and this is nothing about Dubuque Courthouse. Just because you wear a fucking suit, and just because you have a full head of hair that's slicked back and everything, means nothing to me.
Damn right.
Because it's like, you're safe in your little office. Fuck off. Simple. Apologize if you get offended by the language, but it's like this. And he comes out, he opens the door and he shuts the door for some woman. He shuts the door on me. I'm like, okay. And I said, wow, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fucking real prick. And then he says, do you need help? And I was like, yeah, I need to pay a fucking fine. He's like right across the street. He looks at me, attempts to stare me down. And I'm not saying I'm a badass or anything, but it's like, dude, I will mop the floor with you. It's like, dude, do not attempt to stare me down, dude.
Punk ass bitch, man.
It's like, you're gonna lose.
Punk ass bitch.
You will lose. And I'm not trying to do a shoot or, well, it's a real life
motherfucking shoot,
real life shoot. I'm not trying to do a promo or anything, but it's like, just because you wear a suit, just because you wear a tie and all that, means nothing. Just because I break my back, because my feet hurt at the end of the day, I put 50 plus hours in. You're not better than me. Just because you have more money in your checking account means nothing to me.
Damn right.
So fuck off. And I can't remember where I was going with this.
Nope. This is what this is, bruh. And this is a shoot, man.
It's like, it's like you were privileged growing up. I wasn't. Simple as that. We work hard. That's why I think it's funny with them when they did that crowdfunding for their movie. People actually threw the money, which to this day I have no idea why. If somebody,
to that fucking oh my god!
Yeah.
I've seen that movie, that Death to Metal.
Yeah, it's like I tried watching the trailer a couple different times and I fell asleep. But and the honest truth is, like, why would you crowdfund that? No, and it's like, second of all, it's like, I work 40 some hours a week. I busted my ass to get my equipment. I busted my ass to, waking up at 4 or 5, 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and going from work home to writing. Saving up, buying a $1,500 camera. Saving up to buy this equipment. Saving up to buy that equipment. I didn't have shit handed to me, you cocksucker. So I'm just going to tell you this. You think you're better than me? You're not. I had to work for what I fucking have in this camera here.
Damn right.
I had to work for this tripod.
That's right.
I had to work for this microphone. I had to work for the paper, for the computer, for this, that. I had to work for it. What did you have to do? Sit back, get crowdfunded. Blow me, motherfucker.
Good, man.
So, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I'm got a little off track here.
That's all right.
I kind of got excited there.
Well, you know what? To follow up with what Clint was saying, I was asked the other day after I got a notification saying that, what was the generalization? Oh, we wish we could accept all films.
Yeah, right.
But I'm going to go on the line and say this. If, in fact, that the best that you have and accepted was that bullshit that we seen in the trailers and all of that stuff, all except for the documentary that was on the brewing company, because I actually met this young lady and she was just as cool as hell. Cool as hell.
She got kind of a chuckle out of me. She's like, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I was like, I don't have Instagram, ma'am.
Right,
She chuckled at me. She's like, it's like, I'm the only person in the world that doesn't have it.
Yeah, and she's the first lady. She's the first lady that created that black brewing company. Created by this black woman, and it was inspiring because I walked up to her and I said, you know what? I said, your movie was really, really inspiring on my quest to put the first black-owned motion picture studio here in Dubuque, Iowa. And you know what she told me? She said, never stop, keep going. Oh. So that brings me back to the decision that this 3-ring circus...
You said it. You said it.
This 3-ring circus we call the film festival contacts me and said, unfortunately, we weren't able to accept your film. Now, let me tell you something. Now, I'm not out here screaming sour grapes or getting upset or anything like that. Let me take this shit off. Okay,
it's a little warm in here, yeah.
I'm not in any way saying that I'm upset because of that. I'm upset because based on what I seen, as far as those trailers went and this, that, and the other thing, I wasn't impressed. Oh. Now, it was like the other day when I told my girl Mary, I said, hey, look, check this out. They didn't accept my film. She said, why? She said, you worked 5 weeks on it. Why?
I remember those 5 weeks, too, because you're like, yeah, I'm just...
up late.
Yeah. I remember
5 o'clock in the morning. Clint goes to sleep. If Clint went, Clint wakes up at about 4 or whatever it is, and, I'm already still awake, working on this fucking film,
I remember
recutting every single bit of it, so there would not be any excuses why it would not be accepted. Now, when my girl Mary told me, she said, hey, I watched this recut, and she said the recut was better. My sister watched it. Now, my sister knows that I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. Okay? So, she says to me, she says, bro, she says, I loved it. Now, my sister is a very brutally honest person, okay? So honest, in fact, that a lot of times, a lot of things she says may come off abrasive, but I wanted her honest opinion. I wanted everybody... See, before I sent this to the film festival, it took 2 years to even do this.
Right.
2 years. What, maybe 3 now? because I think I came up with the concept on November 11th of 2019. Okay? Because there was another movie I was shooting here in Dubuque called Till We Meet Again. And I told you that situation where the actress kept canceling out, and we were going to go back to shoot that, reshoot it in the spring, and then all of a sudden I couldn't catch up with her now. Meanwhile, I'm doing this discarded thing. Meanwhile, I'm putting together this discarded thing. Okay? So I came up with a solution, an easy solution to the problem. I said, you know what? Since I can't get you, I wanted to get your permission to use the footage that I already have and use it in flashbacks. So I went back and cut it and came up with the first version for discarded. And I'm going to just note here, all over the world, on different continents, this film was accepted in Hong Kong, Sydney, Australia, Germany, Amsterdam, India, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay? This thing picked up probably 13 to 16 awards. And you mean to tell me that you're going to try to sell me on the fact that this was not good enough? I think you motherfuckers need to go back and watch it. Now, if you don't go back and watch it, well, you know what? That's your bad. All right? If you didn't get what this film was about, and I think, and I'm gonna just say it right here, politics did have a very, very important role in this shit. Okay? Politics. Politics played a very, very big role in this shit. And you know what? People are like, oh, well, how do you know? You know what? I was in the professional wrestling business for 13 fucking years and seen it all. I know how the political game works. Okay? You got a guy, you get a guy, he's a fucking star and shit like that. But then a promoter tells you, well, we don't want to put you as a star. We want to bring in somebody, put them as a star. And then it's like, you're going to be the one, in the case of title chasing, you're going to be the one to chase the title, but we're never going to give it to you. I.e., Vern Gagne, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Okay? Hulk was never meant to get the world title. The AWA world title. Vern wanted him to chase the title all around the fucking territory, but did not know Hogan's star power. Hogan goes to WWE and becomes a legend. It's the same thing with this shit. The exact same thing. I don't give a good goddamn. I don't give a fuck why you people decided that you didn't want it. Hey, you know what? I'm going to say it like this, Clint. Maybe it struck a nerve in certain people, and that's why it didn't get picked. And like I said, I'm going to just clear it up right now. I'm not out here screaming sour grapes. I'm just saying that it was a political game. It was bullshit. And you know what? I'm going to say it like this too. Hey, did you guys meet your quota? Did you get enough black faces in there? Hell, you know what? I actually seen one guy that was at that gala that he was introduced as somebody being part of the executive board. Hey, answer me one question. How do you do that? How do you do that? Okay? Did enough African American people actually complain, oh, well, there's not enough black faces? Well, I'll say it like this. How diverse is this film festival? How diverse can it be? Now, a lot of people out there want to say, well, Will and Clint,
Yeah.
you're spewing poison. It's supposed to be.
Exactly.
It's supposed to be.
That's why I went back the other day and I said, what Vince McMahon said when the NWO in 2002, we're introducing a lethal dose of poison.
That's right. And let me tell you something,
here.
people.
We're the poison.
Like I said, man, I had a lot I wanted to cover today. But you know what? I was also asked, how did they go by the judging?
Exactly.
Well, here it is. I want to tell you how it happens. See, in my estimation, they get a whole bunch of marks together that knows nothing about producing, going out and shooting a film, and producing, directing, acting, and wearing all these fucking hats. Editing.
Or laughing like they're in high school and they'll still.
Yeah. They don't realize the work that actually goes into making a motion picture. I don't care what fucking level you're at. But I'll tell you this much. I said it on Facebook. I dropped the gauntlet. And I said, it's amazing to me that some people in this town, in this very small, minute place on the fucking map, don't even recognize true, raw talent when they fucking see it. Because otherwise, you wouldn't get fucking has-beens from 40, 50 years ago that were fucking relevant to come here and visit. But instead, you pass up the raw talent you got right here in this city. And you know what? That's your bad, because we're going to find it. And when we do, not if we do, because I dropped the gauntlet in the Telegraph Herald about 2 or 3 months ago saying what the fuck I was going to do and my plans. I dropped the gauntlet. And there may be people out there saying, hey, Will, aren't you a little egotistical thinking you could do that? Let me tell you something. Nothing is fucking impossible unless you believe it's impossible. So no, I am going to build the first black-owned motion picture studio here in Dubuque, Iowa, and it will be the second motion picture studio that's owned by a black man next to Tyler Perry. You think Tyler Perry can be the only one? Do you think so? Hell no. I say no. And we are going to fucking do it. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, you bastards.
Exactly. And you know what? I feel so much better right now that I got that off my chest. I thank you for giving me that time, dude. I really...
No, it needed to be addressed,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, I feel so much better. I've been building this up, and I told you that story. You got sick about it. I've been sick about it for years. You know what? Dragon Whip Entertainment, I'm going to be bringing that. I'm going to be that director, and I'm going to be bringing out them films. And guess what? The Griffin people, as much as, you know, I'm not saying all Griffin people. I'm just saying certain
Yeah, that's
people.
why I say it's some people.
Some people. And JDIFF Circus, you know what? All I'm going to say is this. Laugh at me now, you two little assholes. Laugh at me now. But you know what? When the movies come out, when Blind Faith is finished, I can't wait to see your faces.